दिल लगी कि तेरे दिल को दिल लगी न लगे दिल लगी कि तेरे दिल को दिल लगी न लगे वफाओं की हमसे तवक्को नहीं है वफाओं की
Hello and welcome to the benefit seminar for GM Monie. We're here from Germany, and this is a Heyrosa de Cuerdas session. My name is Dworschak.
I'm AC.
And we are from the Heyrosa de Cuerdas Germany training group. We are under Kuro Salas, aka Antoken. And today we're gonna do a little bit about basic concepts from HTC with some exercises and also some applications for that. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about the history of Heyrosa de Cuerdas. Heyrosa de Cuerdas was founded by the Grandmaster Heyrosa, who was a direct neighbor from Grandmaster Antoken, and so they trained also in the backyard on a daily basis. First, GM started training with the interlock style. He learned from Grandmaster Bakon, and after 19 years, when he was 19 years old, he mastered the art, but he continued his training with Antoken. And after a few more years, he gave exercises like different striking pattern, unorthodox striking mechanics, and also other ways to block. And he trained it, he executed the techniques, and so one day, Antoken told him, okay, you're the sole de Cuerdas escrimador, because the family art of Antoken was called de Cuerdas escrima, and he was taught by his father, and also the art was given to his sister Ligaya. And Antoken told him that he is the only de Cuerdas escrimador, and so Liborio Heyrosa put his name on it, and so it became Heyrosa de Cuerdas escrima. And then he passed it down to Manuel Yekon, his most trusted student, GM Monie, and this was a teacher from our teacher, Paul Rosales or Antoken. So this is a little bit about the history of Heyrosa. So like Winterwork, we are stick-based Filipino martial arts, but we also use double sticks, knife, and anti-hand techniques. Today we will go a little bit about stick work, single stick, and there we do the really little warm-up first, but it's to relax the joints and warm them a little bit up so that we don't hurt ourselves. So first of all, we'll know. And then the very easy first exercise is just grab the stick in the middle and turn your wrist. Relax, it's a loose grip, and only go a little for speed. And yeah, straighten the arm out. A little bit off. You have space. And so we go to the side. Now we angle our arm up. And from this position, we open our chest a little bit to the side. Don't try to rotate with your back, shoulder. Just bring the arm out and this part opens a little bit. Okay, the same we'll do with the left hand. Just a regular, easy, bring the arm out, bring him a little bit up. Also here to the side. And now bring the arm closer to the body, body straight, and open the shoulder and chest area up a little bit. Okay, the next warm-up exercise we do is it's called the spider. We hold our stick with our puño, and now we rotate it in our hands and let it crawl all the way to the tip. And when we reach the tip, back to the punyo at the end of the stick. This is, yeah, you will. It's a really cool exercise. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult at the beginning to get the right feeling, but that shouldn't be a problem. The same we will do on the left hand, so without a punyo, and then let it crawl and climb like a little spider. So here, and then we move the other side of the stick. Okay, we do some shoulder switches now, like a wing or shoulder block, and catch the stick. Okay, that's enough. Third thing that I want to talk about is the open-close concept, and this is the very first thing you learn in Heyrosa de Cuerdas. So we have, in general, different concepts that we are working with and that we use, and every single of them is basically, you have to see it as what it is, a concept that you can apply in different situations and techniques. But also you can use the movement directly as an offensive or as a defensive technique. So you have directly your blocks and your counter strikes within the concept. That is a little bit different, but it makes it easier when you train it and when you apply the techniques. So open close is very, very simple. And what we do when we have a regular stance, you can go right leg forward, but you really stay parallel, relax the knees, relax the shoulders, and then our stick is up, and our left hand is on the other side, and now we're open, and now we're close. That's it, that's all. Back to open and close. This is the movement and the concept. And there we go. Very simple, very basic, just open close. Try to relax your shoulders and don't let it stick one. And there we go for the open close. Get some feeling, get some speed. Later, speed is absolutely golden. And here we're going for open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. That's it. A few minor details that are very important. First of all, we don't open ourselves too much up because there's a too big gap and we will get hit. So we call it the one dankal rule, from your thumb to your pinky, and that's one dankal. And you don't want to make the gap bigger as one dankal. Your life hand and your weapon hand are as close as the one dankal space in between of it. When you open and when you close, it's the same thing. Don't go only like here, because here you can see my head isn't covered, so I can get hit. I really have to go through this, and here I have again the one dankal rule. Open, close. This is the first thing that you have to look for. And the second big point is, when you watch me from the side, my left hand doesn't move back to my chest. All time it's sticking out. Yeah, I want to reach out, I'm in front, I don't go back. When my hands are parallel and I move them together for the open close movement, my hand would run into my stick when I don't move her back, but I go all back, that I can pass, and then it's back out. Here the same, they would collide, so I go a little bit back and out. Here, this is the open close. Just enough that my stick can pass, but not like this. This is wrong. I'm in front. Here in front and go for my open close movement. So now again, go about 10, 15, 20 times. Easy on the beginning. Try to get down the details and then when you feel safe and good, then you increase the speed and go faster and faster and faster and faster. It's okay when you go fast, when you run into your stick. Then slow down a little bit, but then you know that your hand don't go back to the chest. Okay, when you have a training partner now, also you can use different training tools like this here to do the exercises and to avoid the check-in. But what we're doing now, we focus a little bit more on the live hand. Live hand is very, very important in Heyrosa de Cuerdas. Our stick hand has only one shot to hit. Our live hand has also only one shot to make sure that this hand can hit. And so we have to train our live hand to stay alive, get inside, manipulate, and open the path for my shots. The first thing that we do now is just she puts her stick down with a little puyo and hold it like this. She sticks it a little bit out, and I do my open close, concept movements. So I'm in front of her. My hand touches here. Now I'm open. It's turned a little bit. So now I'm open and now I'm close. That's open, close, open, close. With every contact, I want to touch her hand with the palm of my fist or with the blade of my hand. With the palm or blade. Not here the fingers. It's too, I don't have stability and could hurt myself. The fingers later have different jobs, but now for the check, I want to use the palm or blade of my hand. You can also switch between those two. You don't have just to stay to one. So here we are, open, close, open, close. I go for 10, 15 times, and then we switch. So here we go. And now it's my turn. I put my stick down, little puyo, and she goes with open and close. She tries to relax her shoulders, and check with the palm, check with the blade of the hand. There she goes. When she does the exercise, it's my job to watch her that she don't open up herself too much. When there's a mistake, I correct her, and of course she corrects me when I do the same thing. So this was the first exercise, just to get the check hand a little bit in play and to train, okay, I have to reach out and touch. Not, this is also wrong, but my check hand is also behind my stick. Yeah, it has to come out. When we go a step further now, she puts her stick up and supported it with her second hand. So like this. And for me now, it's the same thing. I go for my open close concept. I'm checking the hand now. And now it's a little bit harder because before, when she was stick down, it wasn't important that my stick is straight. My stick could be a little bit lean in front, and I could go with my open close movement. It doesn't have to be like this, and I can go like this, a little bit slightly, and it was okay. But now my stick also has to be straight, because when it's out, I collide with her stick, and I can't go with my movement. So that makes it now a little bit harder for me. I have to look that my stick is straight. And now here I'm checking with open, close, yeah. You can also go close, open, close. When you collide sometimes and can't focus yet on that detail, go just back to the regular, stick down and get your release speed and the hands in play. Other than that, now we go here 10, 15 times again. I can check middle here. Now I'm middle. I also can now move a little bit to the sides of her hand, a little bit more like later manipulating the hand in the way I want to go. So I can go a little bit around or just stay there. Both is very fine. I just have to know what to do. Okay, now we switch. I go stick up, and she goes for the open close. She checks. There we go. Okay. This is very important at the beginning that you really deploy the light hand. A lot of other FMA styles, when we hit and when we move our hand, takes our arm, touches the body, our hand is back. Largo mano, that is very important because when my hand sticks out, for sure she can hit my hand because she can reach my body. But we're in Heyrosa, we are close quarter style. We're in quarter range, so that means we are here. Yeah. Later, when we go to the wiper concept, you will see in video or larger range, I can't hit her with the wiper. That way that we do it now. Yeah, there are other techniques, but Heyrosa is mostly we're a close quarter style. And so here the hand can be back because too many things can happen. She can trap me, there are too many openings. So my hand is always in front of mine and moves, checks, traps, strikes, whatever. And really to train that and get that in focus that the hand has to reach out. It's very good when she brings her stick to train the checking of the hand. And then really go for speed. You have speed, you have the coordination. And be aware, I'm open, I'm close, and remember the one knuckle rule. That is very, very important. So that's the open close. Now we do a little bit about application of it. And for that one, we will use abanico strikes. Most of FMA styles have abanicos. In Heyrosa, we are a little bit different because we don't aim for the head. We aim training for the shoulders because we don't use protection here and we don't use soft sticks. So these sticks are a little bit lighter. That's light sticks, the skin is shut off. And so with that, we aim for the shoulders to hit them here instead of the head. So every time we hit the shoulders, this simulates a strike to the head. But with this, we can play with speed and with power and with contact without hurting each other really bad. Yeah, for sure, it hurts a little bit and you feel a little pain, but it's not that bad and it's really okay. You don't have to stop yourself and slow down. You aim for the target you want and bring your shots in. So what we do now is she goes for her abanicos and really every time she attacks my shoulders. She can go faster. As you see, her life hand isn't back, it's a little bit more in front. That's very important also now when we go to the next step. So she goes to the abanicos. And what I now do, I use my open close concepts to block her strikes. So on the first abanico, I'm here. That means I'm close. My stick is on her stick. My check hand is checking her hand. With my forearm, I'm supporting my stick to get a stable block. And this here, now I'm close. You see, there's no big gap between my stick and my hand. I'm here, I use the one dakaru. And when she swings around, I open up. Here I open up. Stick to stick, hand to hand. I'm just checking gently. I don't pressure not too much. It's just block, touch, she swings around, and here I am. And those were my first, second. As you see here, my head has to be in front. I always go back and have to reach out again. I'm way too slow because the abanico is coming fast. So, again, she attacks me. There you go, the open close. Also, don't open myself up too much. There's a too big gap. The same on the other side. The difference is way too big. I'm here, very short, that I can really fast move myself when she deploys the second hand or she goes for other techniques, Carlos, want to go to disarms, I have to be fast. And that is why I have to stay in my box. She swings around and we really. Okay, when we have done this 10, 15, 20 times, we switch, start slow, and then when you get comfortable, increase the speed. So here I go. She is in her close position. I swing around, she opens it up. As you see now, I also bring my check hand in play. When she blocks, I check her flick hand lightly. I move around, I check her stick hand lightly from the other side now, so that every time what I want to have is the strike and the check happens at the same time. That is very important later on in Heyrosa de Cuerdas street. That my stick, I got this click, and we have the model. There's one click, and we have to go. So all we need is a click. That's our flow. So, and with this click, also the check hand has to come in play. That makes it easy later to bring counters in. When I come, I check hand and I immediately go in and go forward. So you're too slow when you have to hit, and now I have to bring out my hand. The hand that's already to be there. Okay, so this is the open close. Just a few reminder. Open close, basic. You can go on your own. Don't bring the hand back. Don't collide your stick, and make sure that you watch about the one down cut. Then we had stick down, and I go here for my open close and touch with the palm of my hand or the blade of my hand. Next progression, stick up. She has her stick up. Same thing, palm of my hand, blade of my hand. And after that, we got a little application with more speed and intensity when she attacks me with her abanico strikes. And I go for my open close. What is important here is, and we will see this now when we go to the next concept, the wiper. I don't want to bring my shoulders forward. That means when she attacks me on my left side, I don't want to turn and expose my shoulder. That is very important in Heyrosa. The same here. I don't, when she attacks me, I don't turn and bring this shoulder forward. The shoulder should be relaxed back, and here it's, I think I need it. Otherwise, the shoulder, I turn the head a little bit, and I make there a big gap. And it's a very good target for her. So, now we come to the second concept that we'll show you today. This is the wiper technique. These are, this is also one of the very, very important concepts of Heyrosa de Cuerdas. And the same thing, we use it as a concept, we use it as an offense, and we use it as a defense. So, wiper is very close related to open close, but when we start our stick, we are here and then turned. This is what the stick does in the wiper movement. We want to go for 180 degrees or more. More is better, but start with 180. This is our wiper. There the stick goes. When we bring the check hand in play, we hear open, close, open, close. So we do with our left hand the same thing as before, just the stick is moving different now. This is the wiper concept. Everything that was important for the open close before Also now it's very important. Don't bring the check hand back. Don't forget about the one anchor rule. So here we are with the wiper. Easy, go for it. Don't be too strong at the beginning so you can hurt your wrist. Get a nice feeling and play a little bit with it. There we go for the wiper. Also here, speed is the goal. So go faster when you feel comfortable with it. On the wiper, what is very important is the arm doesn't go out and in and out. It's not wobbling. The arm stays in place and only the hand and the wrist are turning. Palm up, palm down. This is the only thing that turns. My arm stays stable in place. And my hand now can also turn a little bit like a wiper, or can here go open, close, or turn. That is both is okay. And there we go. With a little bit speed. This is the wiper. Okay, as it's formal, like with my hand, that is fine because though I know I go for speed, but I don't bring my hand back. Here the hand goes only enough back that a stick hand pass. Here it will collide. Here, this is the wiper. Okay, now we do the same progression as earlier, also with the wiper concept. That means she puts her stick in a down position. The new sticks a little bit out, and I'm checking the same way as earlier. And now I go for my wiper. Blade of the hand or palm of the hand. Go here also for 10, 50 times, and then switch. Relax your shoulders. She tells me when my arm is moving out and in, and my arm doesn't stay in place. So she's my teacher and corrects me. And there I go for the wiper. Then we switch. I put my stick down, and she goes for her wiper. She touches me with the blade of her hand over the palm. And wipers in and wipers out. Okay. Same progression as earlier. The next thing is stick up. And here you will more. We go faster now because the wiper is a very fast movement. And so it's easy to provide with sticks. You have to be aware that the stick is straight. Don't bend forward, that I don't touch or stick. So here's the wiper. How I collide. The same progression as earlier, touch with the blade of the hand or palm. 10, 15 times, and then we switch. When my arm moves out, she tells me that, and I can correct myself. Okay. Okay. This is the basic movement of the wiper. Train this really at the beginning. Go easy on yourself, that you get used to the feeling in the wrist, and then increase the speed and intensity. Wiper here can be emergency, like she swings around, I mess up, now I can wiper. Or I block. Deploys life, and I'm too late for the puño, or whatever, my sticks. I just open it, I wiper it. So wiper is really fast, and I can go really like emergency block, or it's also good when you go for blade, machete, bolo to clear it and to bring your counter set. Yeah, we have done the wiper in front. Now we bring our wiper mechanics to the sides. And this now is one way that Heyrosa de Cuerdas hits. So this is one of our striking mechanics. And this is now different from other MMA. And at the beginning, you have to be a little bit open-minded. And you have a little bit to train it to get used to it and get the right feeling. But when you have it get done right, it's really, really fast because you don't have to chamber. I don't have to chamber here or here. Also, I don't have to. These are very strong but slow movements. I chamber, strike, chamber, strike. Also here, chamber, chamber. With the wiper, your chamber is this, and this is your strike. So we bring our elbow to our hip area, and we are like here. Punyo is facing forward where I want to strike. And what now is very important, my check hand is in middle. Here I have my one down haru, here is my check hand. When my hand is over here, I'm wide open. When my hand is over here, I'm wide open again. So this hand protects me. And what I do now is I bring the wiper in. The hand moves also in front. Like before, when I go for the abanico, in the open close concept, the hand reaches out. My hand will go with the strikes. Palm up to palm down, back to palm up. And here you can really get speed and intensity. And this is your chamber position. Boom. Everything what comes in the way, you hit it and retract back. I don't want to let my stick stay out, so otherwise she can grab, she can counter, she can disarm. I bring it back. She will go, her hand come, I hit the hand, I hit the head. Immediately I go back. For sure also I can go a punyo or switch directions, but we stay a little more basic now. So from the side, relax your shoulders, relax your hips. Again, this is it feels a little bit awkward in the beginning, but you have to train it and then you will get a good body feeling for it. We're here, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Go like this, move it. Look that the arm isn't moving too much while you strike. And the movement is coming from the wrist. And also really important is watch that you have your full 180-degree motion. And that you don't only back like here and then hit again. This is wrong. You want the full rotation because this brings you power. Like this. Power strikes. This is our forehand strike. And the same thing we have on the backhand side. That said, our arm is in front of our body, like we're trapped. Punyo is facing forward. Again, my left hand stays in the middle. And from here now, my strike comes. Now, this is my chamber position. This is the strike and back. Normally, as I would here, I would aim for the shoulders or for the eye. I would go to the head. But because we go on the target and we train, I hit the shoulder. And every time with my hit, my hand comes into play. As you see now, I'm blocking the way, the space that she can block, and I can bring my strikes in and now the same from the other side. And that makes it very, very fast. And my checks and traps are very fast because the hand is coming with the strike. I don't have to strike, reach, trap, strike. I'm here at the same time, That is different and you have to get used to it, but you can be very efficient with it and it's very fast. So from our backhand side now, we do some wiper strikes. Hand is here, Punyo is facing forward, and here I wiper it with the hand. I clear the path for my strike and retract back. 1, 2, 3, 7. Later on, you can bring body mechanics with your hip in it and get more power. Start basic to get the right rotation and feeling, and then you can increase speed and intensity and go on the target. This is our wiper concept. What we do now is a little application of it. We use it now as a counter technique. So we combine the things that we learned today. She attacks me with the angle number 1, aim for the shoulder so that when I don't block or when I miss up, I feel it because I have my feedback. What I do my close block. Now from here, I bring my stick down. This is my chamber. I'm touching the stick. I open it. Maybe she deploys the same hand so I can clear it, or I only open my hand that my strike comes. And from here, I bring my shot. So one more time again. She attacks down, and here is my wiper strike. Try to bring 2, 3 counter strikes in, and then it's enough. So from here, chamber. I can also deploy another punyo or have my disarms, but what I use now is here, and the hand reaches out. This is on angle number 1. So one more time again, she attacks me, and I'm here. She attacks me. Go for 2, 3 times and then switch roles. So now I'm attacking her. Don't move. I'm attacking her on her shoulders. Boom. With a forehand strike, like angle number 1 in most FNA systems. She goes for her close block. Chamber touch her stick, and there's her shot. Yes. So again. Okay. When we have that now, we go to our backhand strike. So she attacks me with the backhand strike or angle number 2. I block with my open block. Yeah? We are as close. We are open now, stick to stick, hand to hand. With the block, now I trap my arm a little bit down to create here space. While I'm moving down, I bring my punyo facing her. And now here's my wiper. Checking this hand or this hand, depending on how he's moving. So one more time again, she attacks. And here. One more time slowly. That's it. After 3 or 4 times, now we're switching. I am taking her on the left shoulder, on the right shoulder. And she blocks, bring it down, and there she came. A little bit faster. One block. Okay, so this is now a little bit with the wiper concept. We have for every forehand strike, we also have backhand strikes. We go on different areas, attack different areas of the body. We also have circular movements, not only here the linear. So that would be now, let me go a little bit further into it. But this was it for today. We do a little bit recap of the wiper stuff now. And we hope that you enjoyed the lesson. We hope that you learned something. And yeah, when you have questions, feel free to ask, message us, message our teacher. But yeah, a little bit of a recap of the wiper stuff, like we did it before with the open close. And yeah, we hope you enjoyed it. So when we go for the wiper, here in front, this is very basic. Speed is the goal. Relax the shoulders. Bring the hand in front and look for the one rule. It's good to hear the stick. Okay, The next progression is I put my stick down and she goes for the wiper. Here, I correct her when her hand is moving out or when she checks with the fingers and not with the palm of the blade of her hand. After that, our next progression is the same with stick up. So I put my stick up and she goes for the wiper. Okay. Here you also later can work when she puts her stick up or down, whatever. Not only to touch the middle, but also the sides. That my hand wipers a little bit around. And I can manipulate a direction to create a little opening where my shots can come in. Here's the same opening, put my shots in. Therefore, all I can train here, blade and with the sides. Okay, next was we use the wiper as a striking mechanic. What you can go here for is use a training tool, you can do, or when you have a partner, your partner can go stick out and you can here check and hit. Or the other side. You can easily go for yourself. Punyo points the direction you want to strike, and your check hand is in front, not back, it's here. And the hand moves with the stick so that the strike and the check happens at the same time. So here we go. The same on our backhand wiper. Arms in front of the body, put your faces forward. You're in the chamber, and I go for my 180 degree. And the last thing, we have combining the open-close blocks with the wiper strikes as a counter strike. So when she attacks me, I close, chamber my stick, open, it up a little bit to check here and bring my strike in. Other side, I block open, chamber the stick with the check of the hand, and now here my counter strikes are coming. So that were now basic concepts of open, close, and wiper. Again, we really hope you enjoyed our class and you learned something. You can ask me, ask her, or our guru. When you have questions, want to know more about the Heyrosa de Cuerdas, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram. Heyrosa de Cuerdas Germany, or write me personal, Kevin Dworschak, or our teacher, Antoken. So that was it for today. We hope you enjoyed the time, and we want to say thank you and maybe see you again.
Bye.